All right, a very good evening to you. Many thanks for joining us tonight on the broadcast. It is a pleasure to have you on board as we inform you on everything that is shaping your world, especially in the world of news. Now, a lot is in store for you tonight, but first, before we get into the details, let's get an introduction.
This is Weekend Live with Anyango, Sylvia.
That's right, this is Weekend Live, and Weekend Live is also coming to you live on YouTube at KUTV Kenya, and you can also send us your feedback, engage with us on X at KUTV_Kenya, at Anyango Sylvia KE. Now, our sign language interpreter tonight is Brian Peru, and let's get into the details of what is shaping the world of news. Now, once again, tragedy has struck the Nairobi's Gikomba market early Sunday morning as a fierce inferno tore through the footwear section near Lamu Road in Pumwani. The devastating fire that began at around 2 a.m. left traders counting massive losses, with countless stalls and goods reduced to ashes. Local volunteers and firefighters sprang into action to salvage what they could as flames engulfed the area. Area MP Yusuf Hassan Abdi visited the scene and assured residents that investigations into the cause of the fire are ongoing. Now let's get a little bit of politics. Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki has issued stern warning to political leaders against making inflammatory remarks that could heighten tensions ahead of the 2027 general elections. Speaking during an interdenominational church service in Busia County, Kindiki criticized what he termed as reckless predictions of election violence, urging leaders to promote unity and peace. He assured Kenyans of the government's commitment to delivering free, fair and peaceful polls.
During an interdenominational church service in Busia, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki sent a strong message to the opposition and political class, warning against what he termed as unpatriotic and dangerous prophecies of chaos in 2027. Kindiki pointed to recent remarks from former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua predicting unrest if President William Ruto is re-elected.
We cannot allow incitement to violence by any leader, not now, not in the future, because this country learned the hard lesson in 2007. Na wale wanahubiri vita waambiwa ya kuwa hakutakuwa na vita. I promise you there will be no war. There will be no violence. There will be no violence in 2007. There will be no violence at any other time in the future.
The Deputy President said that these remarks were meant to stir fear and doubt in the electoral system. Kindiki reminded the nation of the tragic events that took place in 2007 and vowed that under Kenya Kwanza government, such violence will not be repeated.
We cannot allow incitement to violence by any leader, not now, not in the future, because this country learned the hard lesson in 2007. Na wale wanahubiri vita waambiwa ya kuwa hakutakuwa na vita.
Kindiki assured that the government is focused on building a united, inclusive administration that delivers development and maintains peace. The statement from Kindiki was supported by his allies, who, accompanied by him, rubbished the opposition for promoting divisive politics. Meanwhile, in Murang'a, Democracy for the Citizens Party leader Rigathi Gachagua, speaking at a separate church service, appeared to justify his previous comments that stirred up controversy. Gachagua stated that he was not inciting citizens, but preparing the country emotionally for the possible backlash that could follow Ruto's win in 2027. With the next general election being over 2 years away, leaders are being urged to prioritize peace, avoid inflammatory rhetoric, and build confidence in Kenya's democratic institutions and politically influenced endeavors. Elimelech Mwedori, KUTV.
Now, the Catholic Bishop of Embu Diocese, Peter Kimani, has delivered a pointed message to politicians, cautioning them against expecting preferential treatment for special recognition during Catholic Church services. Bishop Kimani emphasized that all congregants, regardless of their political standing, are equal before God. He urged political leaders to approach church gatherings with humility, ready to receive the gospel without bias or privilege.
Speaking during the ordination of 6 new priests at Kutv Catholic Church, Leader Bishop Peter Kimani urged the leaders to embrace constructive criticism from the church in good faith and not respond with contempt. He said the church has a duty to speak out against wrongdoing and offer moral guidance without fear or favor. He asserted that politicians attending the church should understand that they are part of the general congregation and should not take corrections personally or respond with hostility when the church points out issues in leadership.
Tunaposahihishwa nasi wa Kristo tunaanza kukasirika. Tunaambiwa ukirekebishwa, urekebike. Hata viongozi wetu tunawaomba unaporekebishwa na viongozi na maaskofu wa kanisa zozote, unapoambiwa hili ni baya, usiseme ya kwamba hii haistahili, wewe kama askofu ama padre hufai kuongea. Uovu ni uovu na wema ni wema. Tutamke bila uoga wala kutetemeka kwa jambo lolote. The truth is what will stand forever.
Turning his attention to the clergy, Bishop Kimani passionately appealed to priests to remain focused on their spiritual duties and resist the temptation to pursue personal wealth. He expressed concern of a growing trend where some priests prioritize business ventures over their sacred calling.
Usihesabu kile ambacho utakachokipata katika kazi yako. Kwa sababu Mungu ambaye amekuita atakulisha, atakunywesha, atakupatia mahali pa kulala, hakuna chochote utakachokosa. Atuanze kuogopa, atuache nianze kufanya savings hapa na pale. Hapana. Wakristo si mtawapatia chakula, mtawapatia malazi, mtawapatia magari, mtawapatia mavazi. Bas.
Bishop Kimani reminded the priests that their primary role is to spread the word of God, preach, baptize, and provide spiritual guidance to the faithful, not to accumulate riches. He also highlighted that the Catholic Church community already supports its priests, ensuring they live dignified lives, thus eliminating any justification for diverting their attention from the ministry to commerce.
Issues of peace, being impartial in your treatment to our Christians, that you don't have favorites. Even Christ had no favorites. God had no favorites. Do not have favorites as a priest. Be an all-inclusive person. Awe ni mwendawazimu, awe ni kiwete, awe ni mtu ambaye hajiwezi ama ni maskini, awe ni tajiri, awe ni mwanasiasa, awe ni daktari, sote mbele ya Mungu tuko macho
Addressing the newly ordained priests, Bishop Kimani encouraged them to embrace their mission with open hearts to everyone, regardless of their social or economic status. He advised them to serve with love, humility, and unwavering dedication. Rajab Juma, KUTV.
Now, over 300,000 residents of Kahawa, Sukari and Migoko in Ruiru constituency are poised for relief as a connection to the Karimenyu 2 dam water supply nears completion. The project, which includes a 24-inch main pipeline spanning 13 kilometers and 67 kilometers of distribution piping, is set to deliver an additional 27 million cubic meters of water to the area. Site engineer Elias Kiplagat shared progress updates, while local spokesperson Peter Mwangi expressed optimism, highlighting hopes that the weekly water rationing will soon become a distant memory.
Kiongozi wa nchi President William Samoei Ruto aliweza kuzindua maji para Githurai, lakini ile maji haikuweza kufika wodi zote 8. Kuna wodi moja iliwachwa nyuma, na ndio hiyo tunaita Mwihoko. Ile maji ya pale pande ya ile ilitoka Jacaranda, kutoka Karimenyu ikakuja Jacaranda, pale tuna tanki kubwa sana, iko na milioni 27 cubic maji iko hapo, na hiyo maji iliweza kufika Githurai na ikagharimu serikali bilioni 1.6, na vile vile kukawa na mwanya maji haikuweza kufika wendani. Na hiyo milioni 400 ndio sasa tunatumia hapa ya kuteremsha maji kutoka hapa pahali niko na iteremke mpaka pale Mwihoko. Najua kuna shida ya maji kidogo pale Bwetirithia na hii shamba ya Rangata, lakini sasa hii maji mfereji within the next 2 weeks or so, maji sasa itakuwa hapo, imefika hapo kwa wingi.
Now, the Tanzanian Human Rights Defenders Coalition has strongly condemned the arrest of and deportation of Martha Karua, Gloria Kimani, and Lynn Ngugi, who were detained on Saturday at Nyerere International Airport. Martha Karua, who was set to represent opposition figure Tundu Lissu in treason case, described the act as unlawful and a breach of regional and international human rights standards. On her X page, Karua revealed they were denied entry to Tanzania without any explanation. Supporters and legal advocates are now urging Tanzania to uphold the principles of free movement and legal representation enshrined within the East African community. Nevertheless, Martha Karua later arrived at JKIA at 4:30 p.m. as jubilant supporters chanted in solidarity.
Chilling at Mwalimu Nyerere International Airport, Dar es Salaam, where the 3 of us have been detained awaiting deportation. We thought that as citizens of Jumuiya we were free, but not yet uhuru. The great Mwalimu Nyerere, who welcomed all people, the oppressed of Africa, this is not what he must have envisaged, that we can be detained here. The common thread among us, we are guests of East Africa Law Society, and there is fear in this government of our dear Mama Suluhu about people who may be interested in the politically motivated cases against Tundu Lissu. Aluta continua.
Aluta continua.
Chilling at Mwalimu Nyerere International.
On that note, we're taking the very first break on the broadcast tonight. Stay with us.
KUTV nilipatia mahali pa kunawiri makali yangu.
KUTV imenisaidia sana, and hadi wa leo I still meet people who tell me, si wewe ulianzeaga KUTV?
Nani ukuamini?
Sikuamini. Mfano kabisa ningesema hujambo mtazamaji kwa sauti, lakini wakati huu nikisema hujambo yani inakuja na ile command.
Back then, as much as it's a long time ago, they still recall.
Unakumbuka nilikuwa hapa KUTV wakati huo. Alafu simu ikaingia namba 0719. Hello, this is the Standard Group.
So it shows that visibility is definitely important.
Nikilinganisha safari hizo mbili, kuna utofauti mkubwa sana.
It was a dream come true for me.
Ni nguzo na uso wa jamii. Kupanda shuka akawa tuzo. Ukakamavu wake ukatii na kumfanya mwenye bidii. Kwa machozi na makeke akabaini jinsi ya kuweni. Huyu ni mwanamke ngangari kwa jinsi alivyo ng'ari. Mimi ni mwanamke mwake. Usikose kutazama kipindi cha mwanamke mwake nami Caroline Kimwele.
You are watching Weekend Live with Anyango Sylvia.
Welcome back. Now, thank you for staying with KUTV News at 9. This is Weekend Live, and we proceed with the broadcast where tensions are escalating in Mombasa as the Kenya Railways Corporation forcefully reclaims a 22-acre parcel of land in Mbaraki, currently housing KenCort and Boss Freight container freight stations. The dramatic takeover launched late Friday night has sparked outrage among KenCort officials who decry the move as illegal and lacking due process. Kenya Railways, however, maintains that the land was unlawfully acquired and is part of its ongoing recovery initiatives.
The usually busy KenCort freight station in Mbaraki, Mombasa is now under lock and chain literally. This follows a dramatic land reclamation operation by the Kenya Railways Corporation that began late Friday night and continued into the early hours of Sunday morning. Armed police officers accompanied by KRC officials stormed the facility, marking buildings with large X signs and attempting to force their way in using bulldozers and heavy machinery. KenCort's group legal manager Eva Odongo says the action was abrupt and unlawful.
On 16th Friday, May 2025, at about 9 p.m., the Kenya Railways Corporation personnel, accompanied by several police officers, visited our facility located at Mombasa Island off Mbaraki Road without any legal notification. They demanded access to the facility, making accusations that the land occupied by KenCort CFS is held illegally. They had no proof.
According to KenCort, the company has operated on land since 2002 under legal binding lease agreements with landlords who hold valid title deeds. The confrontation escalated Saturday afternoon when KenCort staff physically blocked the entrance to stop demolition. But in a surprise pre-dawn raid on Sunday at 4 a.m., KRC officials returned and forcibly broke into the facility, locked the gates with chains, and blocked access using scrap railway tracks.
KenCort CFS are tenants. Our landlords have genuine title deeds with up-to-date land rent payments. The accusations by Kenya Railways Corporation and that this property is grabbed land is completely baseless.
KenCort says it is now seeking legal redress and has filed a court case challenging what it describes as illegal eviction. The facility handles cargo for clients across East Africa, from Uganda to South Sudan, and the ongoing standoff could have ripple effects on regional trade and logistics.
It is now Sunday, and we hope that by the time the courts open, we shall get a solution. We are especially surprised that they are claiming and they have marked several buildings along this road, but only the customs bonded facilities that are holding customs goods has been breached. As you can see, they have broken the gates. They came with that excavator. They have broken the gates.
As the legal battle unfolds, KenCort officials are demanding that the government follow due process and stop what they describe as intimidation and disregard for the rule of law. Brenda Nyongesa, KUTV.
Now, Machakos Governor Wavinya Ndeti is calling on teachers to prioritize financial preparedness and adopt smart investment strategies amidst ongoing economic challenges. Addressing educators during the third joint annual general meeting of Machakos Town Sub-County Teachers, Governor Wavinya applauded their dedication and highlighted her administration's efforts to bolster education in the county. She also urged the national government to ensure the retention of hardship allowances for teachers working in challenging conditions.
Kushikana kama vikundi to take care of your welfare. In this world, if you cannot organize yourself, nobody will organize you. Your idea is a very good idea of bringing teachers together so that they can help each other. It's about investment, and I'm happy to hear that you have invested in concert. Charity begins at home. Tunapata watu kutoka nje, they want to come and invest. And we have our own here that can invest.
Some of these teachers have ventured in university
investment opportunities. They have put their resources to get and acquire plots at Concert Techno City. Sometimes it's not clear to us on the zoning. We have witnessed your involvement and effort to ensure the Kamba community who have invested in Mavoko do not lose.
Now, in a solemn and historic ceremony at St. Peter's Basilica and Square, Pope Leo has officially inaugurated his pontificate, marking the beginning of his patrine ministry as the Bishop of Rome and pastor of the Catholic Church. The magnificent ritual highlighted the connection to the Apostle Peter, whose sacrifices laid the foundation for the early church in Rome. Key moments included the presentation of the pallium and the ring of the fisherman, powerful symbols of Peter's episcopal authority and mission now bestowed upon the new pope. According to the Office for the Liturgical Celebrations of the Supreme Pontiff, these symbols underscore the spiritual continuity between Peter and his successors. We are taking yet another short break. We'll be back with sports.
Baada ya kutafuta kazi, tunaweza kuanzisha miradi yetu ambayo ingetusaidia kubadilisha maisha ya wazazi wetu.
Kwa vijana wenzangu, wengi wana kazi, lakini ikiwa sisi wenyewe tutajiamini, tunaweza kujiajiri wenyewe.
Afrika kwa kweli tuna mahitaji ambayo ukiyasuluhisha unaweza kuathiri watu kwenye bara hili.
Bila uoga, watu huwa na uzalishaji zaidi, wanajawa na ujasiri, wanakuwa wabunifu na wanakuwa wenye maarifa.
Niliamua kuacha kazi, hata kama sitafanikiwa, nitakuwa nimejaribu, nitakuwa najua haiwezekani.
Hakuna kitu cha ajabu hapa. Kila anayepata ufanisi hufanya kazi usiku na mchana.
Kitu kitakusukuma na kuwezesha kupata maarifa ambayo hukuwa nayo.
Tunajaribu kutengeneza kitu kitakachopita mipaka ya nchi hii.
Ikiwa unataka kubadilisha ulimwengu, anza na nyumbani.
Miti miti, panda panda. Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On EarthCheck, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of EarthCheck. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mokwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia.
They find it quite strange talking to you.
You should just make schools integrated.
Inclusive setups.
By providing the right facilities.
Keep on going. 4, 5, 6. Keep on going. 7. Go for 8. Give me 9. 10 more to go.
Welcome back. Now in sports tonight, the FKF Premier League round of 32 served up thrilling action with surprising upsets, dominant performances and a tight contest. Mara Sugar stunned the home crowd at Gusii Stadium, securing a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Shabana. Kakamega Homeboys showcased their attacking prowess with a solid 2-0 away win against Kariobangi Sharks. Elsewhere, Nairobi City Stars and Posta Rangers battled to a 1-1 draw, while Bandari and FC Leopards ended their clash in a goalless stalemate. Mathare United clinched a narrow 1-0 win over Ulinzi Stars in a closely fought contest. Now, history was made at Wembley as Crystal Palace lifted their first ever trophy, clinching a 1-0 victory over Manchester City in a thrilling FA Cup final. Eberechi Eze etched his name in the history books, scoring the decisive goal in the 16th minute. Despite Manchester City's effort to equalize, including a missed penalty by Omar in the 36th minute, Crystal Palace held firm to secure the monumental win. The victory not only brought jubilation to the Palace faithful, but also earned the team a coveted spot in next season's UEFA Europa League. Now that marks the end of our broadcast tonight. Thank you so much for choosing KUTV News at 9 and for staying with KUTV Weekend Live and for staying with KUTV Weekend Live this far. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Brian Peru and Anyango. Sylvia, have a good night.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audiovisual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on